My wife toasted at the party. You're going to be a father. Everyone cheered. I stood up and said, you should congratulate Mallory's husband. He turned pale. The rain tapped against the kitchen window. Skylar stood at the sink, arms crossed, refusing to look at me. You've barely spoken all day, I said. Are you okay? My stomach hurts. Cold, flat, like I was a stranger. Is it something serious? Should we? I said I'm fine, she snapped. I backed off, but the next morning, I called Dr. Benson's office and booked her an appointment. When I told her, she exploded. You what? Who told you to organize my life? You said you were sick. I was trying to help. You're trying to control me, she hissed. I can't breathe in this house. 3 days later, we went to Mallory and Chris's backyard party. Skylar wore that blue sundress I hadn't seen in months. Hair down, glossed lips. Not for me, for him. I watched her all night, standing too close to Chris, laughing too hard, touching her hair the way she used to with me. Once, I caught Skylar watching Chris. Not just looking, watching, like they shared a secret the rest of us weren't allowed to know. I didn't say anything, just smiled like I hadn't noticed, but I had. I hired Carl the next week, former cop, quiet office above a laundromat. What are you looking for? The truth. 7 days later, I was back. He turned a laptop toward me and pressed play. Skylar's voice crackled through. I'm late, like really late. I bought 3 tests, Chris. All positive. Silence. Then Chris, are you sure? I'm in a hospital parking lot with a sonogram in my purse. Yeah, I'm sure. Carl paused it. There's more. She tells him she's listing you as the father for insurance, hospital records, reputation. I closed my eyes. This wasn't just an affair. It was construction. The hospital smelled like antiseptic and lies. I walked to the front desk, calm. I'm here about my wife, Skylar Harper. She had some tests done. The nurse typed, hesitated. You're listed as the father. Yes, that's correct. She handed me the folder. Inside, intake forms, emergency contact. Father, Eric Harper. My name, my life, my future. Rewritten without my consent. That evening, our bedroom was candles and silk. Skylar wore that red wine gown, perfume I hadn't smelled in years. I miss us, Eric, she whispered, fingers trailing up my chest. I stepped back. I'm tired. Her face froze. You're rejecting me? I'm just tired. She stared at me, confused, uncertain. For the first time, she didn't have control. By 4 a.m., she tried again, pressed against me in bed, lips on my neck. I miss you, she whispered. I got up without a word, walked to the kitchen, made eggs. She followed, voice rising. You're just going to walk away? I'm making breakfast. For who? I turned to look at her, calm, steady. You don't want eggs, Skylar. You want to erase something. That's not the same thing. At Mallory and Chris's next party, Skylar clinked her glass. I just want to say something, she announced, voice sweet and trembling. Eric and I are having a baby! Cheers erupted, clapping, glasses raised. Chris stood frozen, color draining from his face. I lifted my glass slowly, smiled. Actually, I said, voice calm and cold, you should probably toast Chris instead. The silence was immediate. Mallory blinked. Wait, what? I turned to her. Skylar is pregnant. That part is true, but it's not mine. Skylar's voice cracked. Eric, what are you talking about? I held up a flash drive. Audio recording. You two in the hospital parking lot. Your voice. Your words. Mallory's eyes snapped to Chris. What did you do? I looked around the circle. Congratulations, Chris. Hope you're ready for diaper duty. Skylar reached for me. It was a mistake. I was scared. You weren't scared, I said. You were strategic. Then I walked across the yard, past the string lights, past their stunned faces. I didn't need to see how it ended. I already knew. The courtroom was quiet. The judge read the ruling. Mr. Harper is not the legal father. Parental rights removed. Chris Reynolds will be listed as the legal father and assume all financial responsibilities. Skylar's jaw trembled. Chris stared at the table. I walked out, free. Sunday morning, Mallory knocked on my door, hair pulled back, eyes red, shoulders straight. How did you not break? She whispered. I let the silence breathe. I did, I said, quietly, when no one was looking. She nodded. Chris moved out yesterday. She hugged me. Not romantic, just 2 people who survived the same wreckage. When she pulled back, she smiled. I'm glad you're okay. I am now. She turned and walked away. I closed the door and stepped back into a life that was mine again.